on which today I am going to share some of my experiences, light, might, and divine insight. All of us know that since ages, people have been talking about angels. But in Bharat, in India, the more focus is on the deities. But of course, in the children's stories, a lot is talked about fairies. In our childhood, we used to listen very many stories about the fairies. And in all those stories, one thing was common, and that was that they were dressed in white, bright white, sparkling white, very light, very beautiful, and very kind, coming from beyond, and always in the stage of a bestower, always coming down with the attitude of giving and helping. So, such kind of a image was imprinted in our minds, on our brains, in our hearts from our very childhood when we used to listen about a fairy. And then when we talk of angels, then also often what I have observed is that angels are often shown as small children, very pure and very innocent. But now, after coming to Baba, we begin to understand the real significance behind these two words, fairies and angels. Baba has told us that angels or fairies are not such some kind of special beings flying high in the sky, but actually they are human beings. What we have understood from Baba's teachings, Baba's knowledge is that angel is also a stage of the soul. Like there are stages of the soul during the entire cycle, as deities, warriors, merchants, Shudras, and then Brahman. The same way, the angel is a stage of the soul, depending upon the purity, the level of the purity of the soul, depending upon the qualities of the soul is called either a deity or a warrior, merchant or a Shudra, or now a Brahman. So, Baba teaches us that before you become a deity, you have to become an angel. And when I first began to listen about this, that before we become deity, we have to become an angel, I began to think a lot about it. And I understood that the angelic qualities are not the same as the qualities of deities. Not all the qualities which the angels have will the deities have, because they do not need them when they are in golden age. Like, for example, mercy or kindness, compassion, this is not a divine quality. These are angelic qualities. These are qualities of God, isn't it? So there are many, many such qualities which deities do not need, but angels do have them. And this is why it is said that the angels are the bridge between mankind and God, because they have the godly qualities. God is also merciful, kind and compassionate, and angels too. Angels are connected with both God and human beings. Deities are not connected with neither human beings nor God. Deities are deities. So therefore, angelic status is higher than the status of a deity, isn't it? So it is angel who takes from God. You must have seen that generally the face of an angel is, the eyes especially are shown just directing upwards. That is, it does not forget God. He is connected with God, but also very much connected with the mankind, because he has to serve the mankind. He is not detached in the sense that he is not concerned. He is very much concerned because he wants to help, and he does help. And so what Baba has taught us is that angel is a stage of the soul, and that stage you have to yet reach. And what I was thinking today was that actually angel or human being, when he reaches this stage, when he becomes light, the image of light, might and divine inside, then he becomes an angel. Then he reaches the angelic stage. And after he has attained this angelic stage, then of course the reward of this is the status of a deity in golden age. So all of us are very much experienced because we are taking knowledge from Baba since a number of years, since quite a long time. And so all of us are experimenting with Baba's knowledge and also gaining the experience. Sometimes we get experience as a result of our own experiments, and sometimes some situations guide us or help us to gain the experience. These situations can be very pleasant situations which we easily accept, and these situations sometimes can be not so pleasant. However, when we go in the depth of those situations, or later on we begin to analyze them, we come to know that these seemingly unpleasant situations have also gone teaching us or giving us some gifts, some rewards. So therefore, no matter how, by our own experiments or as a result of situations, we have been gaining experience. We have been becoming experienced and getting a lot of gifts from Baba, from this Brahman life, from the Brahman family. So therefore, before I begin to say something on this theme of light, might and divine insight, I would like to ask you, on the basis of your personal experience, that when are the moments in your life when you feel very light? Because as the Rijanki was saying today, that what we have to do in this Brahman life, just two things: to be light and to take might. That's all. Nothing else is to be done. Just to remain light and to take might from Baba. And my experience also says that when we remain light, it is only then we are able to get the might. And in fact, it is actually only then that the divine insight opens fully. So the lighter we are, the mightier we are. And the mightier we are, the clearer we are, that is, our insight opens. And therefore Baba says that you have to reach the stage of an angel, become completely light. When Baba defines an angel, the first quality which Baba has defined of an angel is what? Which quality? So, bestower. And even before bestower, what quality Baba mentions? As soon as an angel comes in front of you, the image of an angel, instantly one thing comes, is double light. Baba always talks of double lights. In so many murlis, Baba has spoken this word, double light. And when we speak of an angel, he is double light. And he is not only light but also mighty. That is why he is a bestower. Before, unless you have something, you can't give to anybody. So, the question is, when do you experience lightness, or when are you light? Can anybody share his experience? You must be feeling light in your life time and again, or maybe very often, or maybe all the time. Yes, sister? Little bit louder, can you speak? I can't listen. You give your negative thoughts to Baba, yeah? And then you feel light. Okay, yes? Feelings of? Keep loving, yeah? Okay, anybody else? Think positive, very good. Okay, yes? When you follow the directions of Baba, does it not happen that sometimes you become heavy in trying to follow the directions because you are not able to follow them, but you think that you have to follow, and you become heavy. Maybe after following you will become light, but while you are in this process, you feel that heaviness. Yes, sister? Surrender to Baba. Very good, but can you little bit tell what is meant by surrender to Baba? Because sometimes, we speak some words, we use them, but maybe we do not know the deep meaning behind those words. What is exactly meant by the word surrender? Yes, anybody else? Give all my worries and anxieties to Baba. How to give? No, if it would have been physical, I would have taken and given. So how to give my worries and anxieties to Baba? What exactly you mean by saying this? Baba does for you, through you, for you and through you. Okay. Baba is your guide. Okay. Yes, brother? To die completely. Is it so easy? To die completely, huh? Yes, is it so easy? Yes, anybody else? When you consider yourself a soul, a point of light, you are light. Very good. Okay. So he says that when you consider yourself, he says his experience that when he considers actually a child of God, he feels very light. Saying, in bhakti also we were saying that we are children of God, but one is saying and another is feeling the self as child of God. Very good. Yes, anybody else? One more. Yes, sister? Baba is Karan Karavanhar. I am just an instrument. Yes, brother? To make your thoughts, words and actions Bap Saman. Okay, good. Huh? Baba's thoughts are my thoughts. Okay, but how to make it? How to do it? Okay, very good. So you just think about it. This is a very good theme actually for churning, for experiencing, and note down the situations, the moments when you actually feel light. When you actually feel light. Because if you will note in your practical life those moments when you are so light that you feel like flying, you feel that your feet are not on the ground. Just note down those moments of your life. And whenever you will feel little bit heaviness, just open your notebook and see that when you feel light, and then you again can bring that lightness in you. Now, what is my experience? I will now share with you some of the points. One thing which I experienced since last few days especially is that when you are able to forgive others, then you feel very light. Baba has taught us the lesson of drama. In almost every Murli, if not every, but in every third Murli, Baba will speak of drama while teaching us the lesson of past is past. Right? The knowledge of drama makes us understand many points, many aspects. It has many dimensions, but one of them is past is past. So that means put a full stop to the past. Whatever is past, let it be past. But how can we actually make the past as past and apply the full stop unless we are able to forgive? Forgive the self and forgive others. There are some people who are not able to forgive themselves. If they have done something wrong in their life, they keep on thinking about it. They keep on, scolding themselves about it. They keep on rebuking themselves. Sometimes they keep on even cursing their fortune. They keep on cursing the family where they were born, or in the situations where they were born, because of which they think they did something wrong. And so they are not able to forgive themselves. And because they are not able to forgive themselves, they are not able to forget that bitter past of their life. And they are not able to forget their bitter past, they can't put a full stop, and they can't be light. They will remain heavy, isn't it? But there are people who are not able to forgive others. After many years even, they will keep on remembering and reminding that person. They will themselves keep remembering and reminding that person and talking about that to third and fourth and fifth person, that so and so person did with me such and such bad thing. So and so person misbehaved with me at such and such a time, years ago. And they feel so much pain inside, like in the Lokik life people say that the injury given by the words, sometimes does not get recovered till the whole age, till the whole life. Something like that happens with some people even after becoming a Brahman, when we have taken a new birth. But Baba says, learn to forgive. This is an angelic quality. This is godly quality too, Baba has forgiven us. This is why he has accepted us. This is why he loves us. If Baba would not have forgiven us for all the bad deeds which we have done, not only during our past lives, but even during this life, even after becoming a Brahman, none will say that after becoming a Brahmin, he did not do even a wrong action, even a single wrong action. Leave aside the Shudra life. Even after becoming a Brahmin, small or big mistakes have been done, isn't it? And they are not few in number, there are many, many. But Baba goes on forgiving, He does not keep all those mistakes on his heart. He forgives. And that is why he loves and he accepts and he considers with his, from the depth of his heart that my every child is a special child. My every child is a beloved child. So this is godly quality and this is an angelic quality. And we are becoming angels. And if we do not learn this quality of forgiveness, it would be an obstacle in our way to become an angel. We can't become because we will keep thinking of the past. We will not be able to become light, and angelic quality is double light. They are light and light. So this darkness of the past will go on, blocking my way. I can't see further where to go. So therefore, the first thing what I think we need to become light is to learn this lesson very, very firmly, to forgive and to forget. Once I remember, I think that most of you, maybe if not all of you, must have seen Jagdish Bhai, Brother Jagdish, must have read his books, listened his classes. Once he was saying in his class long, long ago, many, many years ago, probably more than 20, 25 years ago, once he said that unless you forgive and forget, you cannot have get together. You can't come closer. You can't come close to each other. There will be always a distance between you and the other person, you and other Brahman. Maybe you are living under the same roof. The real get together will be when you are able to forget that bitter past, maybe connected with you or maybe connected with others. We are not even able to come close to our original self if we are not able to forgive ourselves and forget that. So this is one thing which makes us light. And another thing, what I think is that to become light, what we need to do is that, as somebody said, the feeling of trusteeship. Now, this word also we have been listening since so many years. Baba has been using it. That become a trustee and not become a grihasthi, not a householder, and become a trustee. So what is meant by a trustee? A trustee is light because he is very responsible. You see? Trustee is light because he is very responsible. The one who is irresponsible, the one who has the don't care attitude, the one who does not become serious even in serious matters, he can't remain light. He may be light seemingly, there are people who have a don't caring attitude. They are very light. For them, doesn't matter. Even if there is some fire, don't care. They don't feel their responsibility. Something is not done, doesn't matter. But this kind of lightness will not give them might. The real lightness is that which gives us might. So the trustee is one who is responsible, who realizes his responsibility, but at the same time, he is free from attachment. Attachment to the ones for whom he is a trustee, maybe the family, the children, the relations, the material things at the center, or even the result of the task allotted. Free from attachment. And the third thing is that because he has no conscience of mind, so he is responsible but carefree. Because he knows it is Baba's task. It is not mine. And this is my experience, that when anything seemingly impossible, that this is absolutely beyond my strength, I cannot do it. But I know that this is to be done. And as soon as this kind of a very strong feeling comes, why should I worry? This is not my task. This is Baba's task. If he wants it to be done, it would be done. And if he does not want it to be done, then it would not be done. And whatever will be the result, in that result will be the benefit. So what I have observed in my life since a number of years is that as soon as you become a trustee, you become responsible, you feel your responsibility, but at the same time you are carefree. You are not attached to the task, you are not attached to the result of the task. Then it is Baba who takes the responsibility. This is what someone said, that when you feel yourself truly the child of God. You might have heard this example from many dadis maybe. They say there are two animals, monkey and cat. The monkey's child, when he gets close to its mother, then it is the child which holds the mother. And when the question of kitten comes, the cat's child, this kitten surrenders fully and the cat holds the kitten and takes from in his mouth and goes from one home to another home. Kitten does not worry at all what will happen. So Baba says that if you want to be light, become like a kitten. And this is what is said in many murlis, that when there was fire of destruction, then the kittens remained saved. They did not get burned in that fire of destruction. The memory is about kittens. So Baba says, become like a kitten. Just surrender yourself. Feel internally that you truly are a child. In Hindi, the child is called Bacha and save is Bacha. Baba says, if you become a Bacha, you will remain Bacha. No problem. You will be saved from all problems, all worries, all tensions. And if you are saved from all problems, worries and tensions, then what you are? You are light. Isn't it? So the second experience, my experience says, is that the feeling of trusteeship and living like a trustee, no matter where you are, whether you are in your Lokik home or whether you are living at Baba's center, whether you are living in Madhuban, wherever you are, but if you live like a trustee, only then you can remain light. Simply living at the center will not make you light. Simply living in Madhuban or Gyan Sarovar will not make you light. You have to learn to live like a trustee. Sometimes it is observed, there are some Baba's children that they live at Baba's center, they live in Madhuban, but their faces do not show that, that they are truly God's children. That intoxication, where there is lightness, there is intoxication. There is no heaviness. That intoxication is not visible. So therefore Baba says, learn to live like a trustee. Give your responsibilities to me. This is meant by, just be light. Become a child. Become a small baby. The third, as I told you, I am sharing my experience. The third thing what I have felt is regularity in your work. Regularity, or punctuality, you may call it. If you are regular, for example, in your studies, like a student, if he is regular in his studies, he is light in examination days. If he is not regular in his studies, he all the time keeps on postponing. Oh, tomorrow I will do my home task. Tomorrow I will study. Tomorrow I will finish my course. Tomorrow, 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 and this tomorrow never comes. And when the examinations are near, then he feels so heavy. He is perspiring all the time, and all the heavy breath and everything. He is so heavy that what will happen? Confused. Whatever he remembers, he forgets. He is so much worried that what will happen? Tomorrow I have to appear in the examination. And whatever I learnt just a week ago, I don't remember even a single word. Why? Because there is no regularity. The same is people working in the offices. If they are not regular in their work, they go on postponing, files after files go on accumulating. So if we are not regular in our work, whatever is allotted to us, whether it is our family work or Lokik family or Alokik family, in the Alokik family it is office job or kitchen job or whatever it is, if you are not regularly, for example, if you are not regularly cleaning, after a month there will be so much dust accumulated. Right? So developing this quality of being regular, this keeps us light. Because we know everything is done. We need not worry that what will happen tomorrow. We are light. It seems to be, something very ordinary, but I feel that it is really very, very important. Very important. There are some people who have the habit of doing the things only then when the water has reached here. Not till it has just not reached the top, just here. Then they will begin to do something. Now something has to be done. There is a saying that you will not go and dig the well when you feel thirsty. That well has to be dug beforehand. So regularity means that you foresee the situation, the coming situation, and do before that. This is a sign of a wise person who foresees the situation and prepares accordingly. And not when the situation has come over the head and then he begins to think now what is to be done. So therefore, the third thing which makes us light is regularity. This habit of postponing is actually very, very bad. You might have heard about Brahma Baba, that why Shiv Baba, adopted the body of Brahma Baba as his medium. It is in drama like that. But why in drama is so? Why Shiv Baba adopted this medium? There are many, many reasons behind that. And one of the reasons is Brahma Baba's or Dada Lekhraj's quality of not postponing. When his guru used to order him, do this task, then Dada Lekhraj will instantly do it. He will not postpone it even by 1 hour. Instantly. And Shiv Baba is Satguru. So Shiv Baba knew that this child of mine has this sanskar of following the Guru's order instantly. And so he will follow my order also instantly. He will not postpone it. So Dada Lekhraj had no plan to, go to Vanpurasth. But when Shiv Baba ordered him, instantly he did it. He packed the business and surrendered himself fully to Shiv Baba. So this sanskar of being regular and being instantly doing the things at the time of need, made him so close to God. Yesterday, Dadi Janki was taking teacher's class, and one of the points which she was telling in that class was that Baba liked this quality very much. He did not like at all the quality, this sanskar of postponing. He used to say that realize the value of time and need. Dadi gave the example that, for example, someone was taking leave from Baba, and Baba says to the sister instrument or the one who is responsible, go and bring such and such gift or toli or something for this child, because now he is leaving and he has to, he has to be given this. So Baba would just say that go and bring this toli or gift and give it to this child. Of course, without, probably he did not tell that he is leaving now, but just said, go and do it. And if someone did not do it instantly and the person left, Baba would say, you failed. Maybe the person has to go in the evening, not in the morning when Baba has asked him. But Baba would say, if you have not done the task instantly when you are asked to do, means you fail. So realize, this is called realizing. This is actually divine insight, feeling the signals. When you become light, you begin to feel the signals. You get that divine insight. Then you would not make the excuse, but you did not tell me that the person is leaving. If you would have told me that the person is leaving, I would have brought the thing instantly. I thought I will give it. But if you become light, you feel the signal. You catch it. You begin to catch this touching, you get the touchings that this is to be done now. But if you are not light, if you are confused inside, if you are busy in your own thoughts, then you won't catch the signals. Not only the signals, you won't even understand the words. Leave aside the signals, sometimes even when it is explained in words, it is not understood rightly. Why? Because there is confusion. The person is busy in his own thoughts. He is not light. And why he is busy? Because there is so many things to be done. And why so many things to be done? Because there is not regularity in work. So this is third thing. And the fourth is honesty. Honesty and truthfulness. Where there is honesty and truthfulness, there is clarity. You are very, very clear what you are saying, what you want, what you expect from others. But when there is not honesty, there is no honesty, no truthfulness, then you remain heavy because you need to manipulate. How to say this? How to explain this? Then you are not clear. So Dadi also said this point in the morning, that the one who is truthful is always light. So if I am truthful, if I have nothing to hide inside, I will remain light. And when you need to hide something, you are really very heavy. You must have experienced it. You think that how to hide so that this person will not know. And what the experience says is, when you hide, it accumulates on your heart and it makes you so heavy that sooner or later you vomit out. And vomit out there where you should not. Like if you eat more food, you become heavy. If it is not digested properly, then you will vomit out. The same is, human nature is such that he can't, keep the things in his heart for a long time. And if you try to hide from one, you will certainly speak it out to another person. And there where you should not. And this way you may create problem for you. The person may begin to blackmail you. That if you do not do this task, I will tell this what you told me to that person. And you create heaviness for you. So this is why Baba has taught us that be truthful. God is truth. Children of God also should be truthful. So God is truthful, angels are truthful, and deities are the residents of golden age, the age of truth. In Hindi, golden age is called Sat Yug. Satyug means the age of truth. So by becoming truthful, we are creating the age of truth. So this is the fourth thing, being truthful and honest and clear. Another thing is, the one who spends money, time and energy in a worthwhile way remains light. There are three things. One is investment, another is spending, the third is wasting. Baba says confluence age is the time of investment. Or, okay, if not investment, then spending, but not wasting. When you invest, you earn multifold. A good businessman invests but earns a lot. So Baba says your investment of money, time and energy should give you more power. And if it makes you empty, you will not remain light. So there are people who are careless about spending or using their time, money and energy. It seems that they are very light in spending it. But in long run, such people can't remain light, because when they need, they do not have anything. The whole year they were just like water, they were using their time, money and energy. And when they need it, they don't have. So they become heavy. This is why when Baba talks of treasures, he includes all the treasures. Treasure of knowledge, treasure of powers, treasure of virtues, but also treasure of time, treasure of breath, the treasure of thoughts, the treasure of energy and your physical energy, mental energy, and the treasure of the physical treasure, the wealth. Everything has to be spent in a very economical but generous way. Wasting is not generosity. And being economical does not mean being miser. We use when it is needed. This is what makes us light. And so, in fact, the light of Baba says knowledge is light. The light of knowledge should make us light. Right? The light of knowledge should make us light. But if I am not light, that means I am not yet fully under the light of knowledge. There is still some darkness. So the more I come in the light of knowledge, what does it mean? The more I understand the depth of knowledge, the clearer it becomes, the lighter I become. And if I do not feel myself to be lighter more often in my Brahman life, I should understand that I have to move deeper in this light of knowledge. I need to make efforts to understand knowledge deeply. I should not simply say that what to do, this is my sanskar, I remain heavy, I make things heavy. Baba says, why do you say so? Just understand why it has happened, why your sanskar is like this. Understand it. Because understanding is wisdom. Now, when there is light, as I told you earlier, then there is might. Knowledge is not only light, but it is also might. So when we become light, as a result of light of knowledge, then we have might and we are able to take might from Baba. Because then our yoga becomes better. The lighter you are, the better is your yoga. the heavier you are, the more you are pulled towards this physical world. The lighters think fly. So the lighter we become, the more we are able to fly towards Baba. And closer and easier and stronger the connection. And the strong the connection, constant connection, this gives me more and more might. And besides that, we also get might when we gain experience. Experience is considered to be a great power. There are people who can't explain knowledge, For example, they can't explain Kalpatree or the cycle of 5,000 years or the ladder of 84 births or Trimurti and so on and so forth, even in our Brahman family. But their experience, what they have experienced in their Brahman life, it is so rich. They can share that experience very well. Same happens in the Lokik life. There are people not highly educated, maybe very, very little, maybe absolutely uneducated, but they are very experienced in their practical life because they have not just spent their life, they have taken a lesson from every situation. So Baba also says, become experienced. And you become experienced when you experiment. Learn to take lesson from every situation, whatever situation you have to face in your Brahman life, in your Lokik life, whatever it is. But gain the experience. And this experience is a very, very great power. Then if you share, all of you have this experience very well, that when somebody is giving long lectures, you feel bored. When somebody is sharing experience of Yagya days and their personal experience of meeting with Baba and experience with meeting with seniors, you feel, so alert and so awakened and so enthusiastic, so inspired. So when you share your experience with others, the others feel that benefit. Knowledge is just theory. What is this? It is nothing special. And the third thing is that, as Dadi underlined once again today, that when there is happiness, then there is power. If you are sad, you lose your powers. Therefore, it is very, 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 very important to teach yourself a lesson how to remain happy. Some people have made their nature to remain sad. Even if you try to make them smile, they won't smile, as if it is a sin. So Baba says, learn to smile. Angels are never sad. Deities are never sad. Baba, of course, is never sad. He is Sat Chitanand, always blissful. And why he is always blissful? Because he is always knowledgeful. Just 2 days ago, Baba said in the Murli, Baba is the ocean of knowledge, ocean of love, and ocean of bliss. It is connected. Without being ocean of knowledge, Baba could not be ocean of love. And without being ocean of knowledge and ocean of love, he could not be ocean of bliss. It is impossible. And we can't be blissful unless we become the ocean of knowledge and ocean of love. Unless we begin to learn to love ourselves and others, we can't remain happy. And if we can't remain happy, we can't remain blissful, we can't feel powerful. We lose our powers. So therefore, try as much as possible to be happy. And when you will be light, you will be happy. Only heavy people are not happy. Their faces are so tense. The stress is visible on their face. All the time, there are wrinkles on their forehead. Baba says, now your forehead should be very, very smooth. Very smooth. So that when Baba applies the tilak, it is very beautiful. When the person has wrinkles on his forehead and you apply tilak, it does not look so beautiful. Baba says, I apply the tilak of victory on your forehead every day in the morning at Amrit Vela. So let your forehead be very soft, smooth and clear. No tension, no worry, no stress. So when you are light, you are happy. And then Baba is very happy to give me a tilak. And when there is victory, there is happiness, certainly. So happiness leads to power. Power gives me victory. Victory gives me happiness. Happiness again power, and it is a circle. So let us come in this circle of happiness, power, victory. Happiness, power, victory. We don't go out of this circle.
When I came 7 years the first time, as you gave me the first lecture, you were at that time and then much fresher today. And so what's the secret?
Maybe this. Yeah. So this is the thing. So when you are happy, then you feel mightier and powerful. Another is, what my experience says, is the power of gathering. Learning to be in a gathering. I remember in old days when we used to come for the training, teachers training, Dadi Chandramani and Didi Manmohini was during those days, and many others. So it was taught that each Brahman should learn 2 arts. One is to be able to live alone and to be able to live in a gathering. Both the arts we must learn, to be able to live alone and be happy, and to be able to live in a gathering and be happy. If we do not learn either of these arts, we would be a failure in the Brahman life. Because we would certainly come across both the situations till we become an angel. And so when we are alone, then I and Baba, all in one. Regarding these 2 arts, the art of living alone and art of living in the gathering. So when we are alone, then we make all relations with Baba all in one, so that we don't feel isolated, we don't feel that nobody is with me, but Baba is everything for me. And when we are in a gathering, then we have to develop this quality of seeing good in everyone. Because what I have observed during my Brahman life is, sometimes you see people from a distance and they may not seem to be very special, they seem to be very ordinary. But when you come close to any Brahman, and just begin to talk little bit about his life, about his Brahman life, about his experience, you will actually find some such beautiful gems, such beautiful jewels and pearls, that you will begin to love that person. So this is also a very good quality of taking, ability to take from others. So when we are in a gathering, we try to take the gems from each other. We try to gain the experience from each other and become experienced. Otherwise, when we just see from a distance, or we often see the weaknesses or the drawbacks, or we remain arrogant in our own way, or sometimes some may have some inferiority complex, and this is why they don't come closer. But the power to live in a gathering means to be able to adjust, to be able to learn, to be able to take from each other and to be able to give to others. So this is a great strength. It's a very great strength. If we did not get this possibility in our Brahman life to live in a gathering, we should try to do that. We should try to do that. Just to be in a gathering in Madhuban for a few days, living in one room with 2-3 Brahmins or 8 Brahmins or 10, it is one thing. But for the whole year, for the few years, you live together with some people, it is actually a very great strength which you gather inside you. When you begin to develop many more your qualities, when you begin to awaken your hidden potential, when you live with others. So this is the strength of the gathering. There are many other things which I will not tell in detail. We all have this experience of strength or the power of the practice of silence. Silence power. The more we practice silence, the more it gives us might. And so we need to learn to be in silence even when there is noise. Because when we are with ourselves, it is very easy to create that atmosphere of silence. But when we are in a gathering, we can't control everyone. There may be an atmosphere of noise, but we learn to be in silence even in that atmosphere of noise and not complain about the noise. So this is what gives us power. And otherwise also practicing silence, Baba has given such programs many times. In earlier days also Baba used to give such programs, 15 days silence, complete silence, not speaking even a single word. Just if you want to say something, give it in writing. And if a person will give something in writing, he will, naturally try to shorten whatever he wants to say, brief whatever he wants to say. He will not write the full essay. So this way he reduces his thoughts. He is able to economize his thought energy. So in earlier days, Baba used to give this practice. And if it is possible, we should try at least one day in a month, if not once in a week, to try to observe silence as much as possible, because this gives us strength. In the morning, Dadi Janki touched about many aspects, which I would like to just repeat and not go in detail. The strength of your good actions. If you do good actions, they themselves are a source of great strength. There is strength of purity. There is strength of being in peace. There is strength of love. All these are not only qualities, virtues, but they are also powers. So when we have all these powers, power of purity, power of peace, power of love, power of silence, then we are able to take power or might from Baba. Not only we are able to take, but we are able to, make a reserve. We do not waste ours because there is no hole. There is no wastage. So double profit, double benefit. One we are economizing and another we are getting. And this is why we come in the stage of a bestower. We are able to give. Whosoever comes from Baba's this latest Murli of 4th November, this is what Baba underlined, become a bestower. Since that day, when Baba said in the beginning that whatever blessing you want to get from Baba, whatever, you will get it. And I thought at that time that the demand of the time is to be a bestower. And I was so happy when Baba at the end said that now you need to be a bestower. Whosoever comes to you, give him. Give him something. Give with your eyes, give with your feelings, give with the words, whatever, but give. Give, give, and give. But we can give only then when we have. And when we have more than we need, if I have only that much, as much I need, how can I give to others? I need more than I need. That means I should be not only full, but I should be overflowing. And this is why I need to have full, constant connection with Baba, because Baba is the eternal source, unending source, and I can go on getting from Him. And so, when I have light and might, then the experience says, then you have divine insight. And what I understand by divine insight is that you begin to see that what you can't see with these eyes very clearly. It's not that you see the visions, but you see that what is going to happen, so how should you behave, how should you do, what should you do. You get touchings from Baba. Sometimes you might have this experience that you get some touching, some thoughts come, but you try to suppress those thoughts. But when there is light and might, you won't suppress those touchings. You would catch them and you would try to instantly implement them in your actions. In other words, you would be able to also listen very clearly the voice of your conscience, your inner voice. In Lokik life nowadays, people hardly listen their inner voice. Their voice, the inner voice speaks something, their conscience speaks, but they don't listen. But we would be very clearly able to listen, and therefore we will never do any wrong action. Our voice of conscience will not allow us to do any wrong action, not even a small mistake. There is a very beautiful song. It's a song from the Indian Hindi film, but the song is very good. It is a prayer to God, which says, "Oh God, give me such power so that I do not make a mistake even by mistake." See? And actually it happens when you have that power, when you have that might, then you can't make any mistake, because your inner eye is open. Your inner ears are open. Not only these ears. You are able to listen to the voice of Baba. You are able to listen your own internal voice. You are able to catch the signals. You are able to get touchings from Baba. And so, this is how you are able to help even others. And this is called the stage of an angel. So Baba says that now you have to be an image of light, might, and divine insight. And then you reach the stage of an angel. But, I have heard, earlier I did not hear about it, but after going to Russia, I heard about fallen angels. I earlier never knew that there are some fallen angels also. So while today I was thinking about this theme, I thought that who are those fallen angels? So the thought came to my mind was that the fallen angels are those who are actually lacking this light, might, and divine insight. This is why Baba gives the example in the Murli of that fairy from the court of Indra, who brought with her a man from the corporeal world in the court of Indra. And why did he bring this man? Definitely because of absence of this light, might, and divine insight. She broke the law, she broke the Maryada. Why? Because she did not have that light, might, and divine insight. It maybe was because of attachment, or maybe it was because of false mercy, not the real mercy, the false mercy. And this led to her fall. It is said in the story that both the fairy and that man were thrown down. and both became stones. So fallen angel is that who loses the light, might and divine insight by doing some wrong action. So Baba says, now you are becoming angels, and therefore do not lose it. This is the greatest gift which Baba has given to his children, to us, and we have to keep secure all these gifts and use them in such a way so that we go on increasing them and are able to help others. Om Shanti. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you are most welcome. Otherwise, we will sit in meditation. Yes, please. Yuktis for living alone. You see that I can tell you my personal experience. I am from, as you know, that from Bharat, from Delhi. My Laukik family also, we are. It was quite a big family, and when I came in the center, surrendered myself to Baba. Then also it was the first center of the world. It was a big family where Dadi Gulzar, Brother Jagdish, Sister Chakradhari and some other brothers used to live. And after Dadi Gulzar went to another center, there were some more sisters came, a big family. But when I came to Russia, I had to live alone. This was beyond my imagination since my childhood, that there would be a time in my life that I would go out of this country where I do not know the people, where I do not know the language, and not only that, but I would have to live alone. But I can tell you on the basis of my experience that I adopted some methods, and the methods were, number one was that I began to churn a lot. I began to think about how to, for example, give the course here to people who do not have any background of religion or spirituality. So, and not only I used to just think, but I used to write. I do not know, at least 5-7 times I must have written the full course word by word. Every time new, with some new thoughts, with some new additions, subtractions, some new ideas, just written, and spent my time in that. So I did not have any time to be alone. I was all the time busy in this. Secondly, if I got little bit felt tired of thinking and writing, I used just to put on the music and I would dance. Yes. I enjoyed so much, because I love singing, and I used to just play the music, the songs I like. Either I used to sing along with those songs, or I used to simply dance. So I never felt myself alone. And then the thirdly, because it was the time when there was the need of getting that experience of getting Baba's help. Though there was the possibility of communication with the seniors on telephone whenever you have any problem, but there were some such occasions when you need just instant answer, and there is no time to make a call or to write something or to send a fax or something like that. So I began to develop this sanskar also. And the fourth is that when you feel close to the Brahman family, there when I began to feel, very quickly this happened, that I began to feel really very, very close to this family. I did not feel myself to be alone at all. And maybe this is also my fortune, that the family there is very loving. And therefore, so I never felt that I am alone far away in this country. So I think that when you are in such a situation, you just need to create some ideas. And connection to Baba? Oh, that's very good. Yes. Any other question? No. So, okay, thank you very much. Now let us go to Baba.